Hey, what's up guys? It's Lucas and you're watching Fine Tuning. Today I'm going to be showing you a set of pickups from Jose at Planet Tone. This is the 1954 original Strat set. Now I have actually played a real 1954 Strat and it had the original pickups and everything. I played it at a guitar show a few years ago and it was so cool because it was a 1954 Strat that I have a very clear and distinct memory of what that guitar sounded like. So I'm going to do my best to kind of compare these pickups with those pickups just based off memory. So signal chain real quick here. We've got the Bootlegger HOUNDER guitar with the 1954 original Strat pickups in it, and we're running through a couple of pedals on the floor into my Fender Blues Deluxe combo, which has a Jensen C12K speaker in it and is being mic'd up with an SM57. I'm not going to do any post-processing other than just a little bit of a limiter to kind of like raise the volume of everything. And so there's some reverb on the amp, and I've got a couple of drive pedals on the floor that I'll kick on, but I'll tell you when I do that. Alright, so let's start with some clean sounds. We're using the Blues Deluxe clean channel. For all of this stuff, I'll just turn on pedals for drive. I've got the amp turned up loud enough that it's starting to compress a little bit, so that it just sounds nicer and feels nicer to play. But otherwise, it's just a completely clean sound. Alright, so now I'm going to turn on the Ibanez TS7 tube screamer just to give it a little bit of hair and noodle around. Alright, here's a more driven, kind of martially sound from a Black Star LT distortion pedal. And once again, I'll just kind of flip through the pickups and noodle around. Alright, so now that you've heard what the pickups sound like, let me just kind of give you my thoughts. So, as I said, I have played a 1954 Strat with the original pickups and everything, and I pretty clearly remember what that sounds like. And this is doing a pretty good job of emulating that. There is something about vintage Strat pickups that I've noticed. I don't really know how to describe it exactly. I would call it almost like a dry sound. Like, it's not the easiest sound to play with, honestly. Like, it's kind of not very forgiving. And if you're not like a stellar guitar player like me, I mean, like, I'm not a stellar guitar player, then it can be a little daunting. But then when you hear it back in a recording, it's just so clear and crisp, and so it's something you kind of have to learn to work with. So this sort of does that. One thing in particular I remember about that Strat is that they were pretty low output pickups, and I thought the bridge pickup in particular was like not nice sounding. Like, I thought the middle and the neck pickup sounded really good and like full, but in a Strat-y kind of way. But the bridge pickup to me just sounded like a nightmare. It was just mega spiky, and it had no bottom, and like the tone control wasn't wired up because they didn't do it that way in the old days. And it was just unpleasant to play with and use. Whereas this, on the other hand, is not that way. It's a lot more usable as a Strat bridge pickup. I'm not a huge fan of Strat bridge pickups in general because I think they're a little hard to get a good sound out of. But you can get much closer with something like this. It's way more balanced and it's got enough bottom to like not sound anemic. So honestly, I think these pickups sound a little better than the 54 Strat that I played. The difference is that that guitar had that cool mojo and it was like a mega resonant piece of wood, and it did like have some magic to it. But pickup wise, because I can kind of hear the separation, like these are better pickups. So if you took like a fantastic, you know, custom built really nice Strat and you put a set of these pickups in it, it's gonna sound better than that 54 Strat, I think. So that might be blasphemy, but you know, whatever. Anyway, so I really like these pickups. I think they sound really cool, and if you're into that kind of early 50s Fender kind of thing, they have, like I said, they have a very particular sound to them. These really nail that feel and that vibe. And it's like $100 for all three pickups together. That's like insanely good value. So I don't know, you can't go wrong. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful for you, and until next time, I will catch you later.